Welcome back. The Portfolio Committee on Home Affairs has expressed serious concern over severe understaffing at the Department of Home Affairs offices in Limpopo and Mpumalanga, warning that the situation is directly undermining service delivery. While acknowledging broader fiscal constraints facing government departments, the committee maintains that persistent staff shortages, inadequate infrastructure and outdated systems have resulted in long queues, delayed processing of identity documents and passports, as well as growing public frustration. Committee Chairperson Mosa Chabane joins us now virtually. Mr. Chabane, very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us and a warm welcome.
Good evening and thanks for inviting us.
Now, Chairperson, your committee says it is seriously concerned about severe understaffing, but this is not a new complaint. I mean, why has parliamentary oversight not translated into measurable improvements on the ground?
Well, I think you are correct that we've raised a concern. It's a matter that we've been discussing over a period. As you've clearly indicated that the fiscals are not responding to priorities that departments are setting up, including Department of Home Affairs. So we've then invited both the province, the Mpumalanga and Limpopo, and other provinces are going to engage with the committee to reflect around this question. We did fiscal oversight in particular few offices during our public hearing throughout the country, and we've observed that there's a challenge in relation to members of the community to be assisted by the Department of Home Affairs.
But at what point does concern become consequence? I mean, has the committee formally summoned the minister or even the DG, to account for these persistent failures?
What is good is that both the minister and the deputy minister, director general, accompanied the leadership of the province of Mpumalanga and leadership of the province of Limpopo to engage with and respond to the issues that who have raised and identified during our visit, both in terms of understaffing, posts that are funded, but turnaround time to advertise those that are acting, including infrastructure throughout. So we have a good deliberation with the executive minister and deputy minister and the director general around this subject matter of concerns.
But then is this a case of budgetary limitations or maybe management failure, as it were, within the department?
No, we're not apportioning it to management failure of the department. As you know, that the fiscals are pressured. You recall that also yesterday, as an example, that the Minister of the Finance allocated funds to Border Management Authority. And these are the issues that the Border Management Authority have been raising for over time because they are strained in terms of executing the responsibility they are assigned to do. So Home Affairs is one of the components that we have raised as the committee. But we hope that given the prioritization in the manner that the Portfolio Committee, collectively with the Executive and the Director General have committed, there will be turnaround time around the issues that we've identified.
Now, Mr. Chabane, I mean, the long queues and the delayed IDs and passports, these are not administrative inconveniences. They affect livelihoods. Has the committee sort of assessed the economic cost to citizens who lose work days waiting in the lines?
Well, I think we must appreciate that it's the committee that has now raised these concerns. The committee that has went to the ground, to the office, and made observation in terms of how staff are engaging around this challenge, what pressures, what constitute the delays, what are the priorities that we need to do as Parliament and the Portfolio Committee engaging with the department. You recall that in the previous year, the sixth administration did raise this matter of the long queues with the then Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Aaron Mzwalet. And subsequent to that, there was engagement with CSIR in order to assess the entire system of Home Affairs. We can say as the committee now that there's a continuous engagement in order to respond to that. I think it's a concern for us. We're accepting as a Portfolio Committee that there are challenges around that space, and hence we are now engaging on specific so that we're able to respond to this question. Secondly is that you're correct that members of the community, they come to the Department of Home Affairs, seek services on this or the other, and stay there for almost the whole day. Worse is that students or learners was supposed to be the school, they get frustrated. But I think the mechanism around that to deploy mobile trucks to the schools. But those are some of the issues that we're grappling with. But we're confident that with the portfolio committee leadership and including the executive and the director general, will be able to resolve these issues in the time period.
Well, as you mentioned, the deployment of the mobile trucks to some of the schools could be one intervention. But beyond the staffing shortages, your statement references inadequate infrastructure and outdated systems. Are the Home Affairs offices operating with technology that is simply not fit for purpose in 2026?
Well, both the minister and the deputy minister, if you have their approach in terms of how they have inherited the programs that were established by that time by the Dr. Aaron Toledi with the CSAR and the CETA and the new system. They are engaging with how they must revamp and also intervene on some of the new technologies that, and we're happy with that modernization in the program. Taking from the sixth administration to date, focus on the specific areas. I think we'll be able to respond to that. There are initiatives that have been started in that administration. You know that Dr. Aaron already introduced a banking system that they jointly, both the banks and Home Affairs, may need to collaborate in order to execute some of the services. The current minister, Dr. Schreiber, and Deputy Minister Njabulunga are engaged with that process, and within time, there will be announcement in terms of the active processing of some of the documents. The kioskis that has been part by the department in the sixth administration. And I think we hope that the current administration in the Department of Home Affairs will be able to deploy, including the mobile trucks that have been now being on the ground to assist our community. One of the challenges which I think all of us were concerned, and we hope that the department will need to move faster, is the IT system so that we're able to assist all members of the community.
All right, Mr. Chabane, we'll definitely keep our hand on the pulse of this story, as it develops. Thank you so much for joining us. Mosa Chabane there, the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Home Affairs, chatting to us as the committee issues a stern warning that severe understaffing, weak infrastructure and outdated systems at the Department of Home Affairs offices in Limpopo and Mpumalanga are not just administrative hiccups. They are actually directly undermining service delivery. This is the latest edition on SABC News.